changed your mind. Fine, because he doesn't want that sweet, sweet cash.
You gonna move your water? Because it scares me.
He forgot his computer.
You're a mess. String hanging out of your pockets. Water next to your computer.
String hanging on my... It's a new shirt, that's why. A new shirt I'll never wear again after all the comments. All right.
What are you talking about? It's at least as good as Joey's shirt.
All right, let's start with the Toy of the Year.
Right, Joey?
Award game nominees. By the way, this is not in the news. It should be, I guess. Phase 10 was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Finally. Waiting
Piece
on
of
that.
crap.
So this is the one that...
This is from the same people.
Like, does the stick?
Well, they're related somehow. I'm not 100% sure. But this is from Taggy, the Toy and Game. The one thing you need to know about this is these people act like the hobby gaming doesn't exist.
Okay, right.
They're only going to go to large publishers. So you see some hobby games on here. You see Gnome Hollow and Life in Reterra, but that's because they're from Mattel and the Op and Ravensburger. Those are the companies that they are going to pull from. They're not going to give you a Days of Wonder game. But they're not. It's not a terrible list, even with that.
Seems like they picked good things. I mean...
What's Uno No Mercies? That does like Uno worse. I see a plus 10 on the...
Plus 10?
Yeah.
My
Uno
kids think that was the
show no
greatest thing
mercy,
ever.
I guess.
Ooh.
It's like a meaner Uno. It's like phase 20.
Oh, I'd play Phase 10 over Uno any day.
Really?
No, because Uno will end.
No, I just hate Uno. It's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, what about No Mercy? You don't know. What about Uno All Wilds?
Why? That's so I don't know.
It is pointless.
What about Uno Flip?
The best game on this list for me of these 6, oddly enough, is probably Flip 7. That game I've had just great success with. For you, it's probably Hitster.
Hitster was good. For her, it's Hitster, I bet. She ran in the room when we were playing that. She was like,
oh my gosh,
know
you guys
this.
were so bad at it. I wasn't even playing.
We're like, I don't know.
No,
I can't. Did I play?
She did,
song.
definitely, she did
here.
like leaning in the door. Like,
I'm out there working
know
on
what
my
it
computer, just doing my own thing, and you guys are back here trying to guess songs, and it's just like nails on a chalkboard. I was like, oh my
we're
gosh.
bad
Clearly
at it.
that's Taylor Swift, guys.
I'm no Swiftie.
I'm not either, but I know Taylor Swift.
Anyway, they will announce the winner February 28th. So you have a long time to play all these. Okay, Kangaroo Island. If you had to look at that and guess the publisher, you might be like, I don't know, Rio Grande, you'd be correct. This is... So I'm not as excited about that part of it, but it is from Talia Rosen, whose first game design is coming out next year also. Her first game design is First Monday in October. It's from Fort Circle Games. They made Votes for Women.
Okay.
And this one's about the Supreme Court history, the first Monday in October. So that's cool.
Wait,
and then
Kangaroo Island is?
No. I know. The first vote in October, which is coming from Fort Circle Games.
Oh, it's not the one we're looking at. Okay, sorry.
So she's made that game, which I'd rather talk about. But no, let's talk about her other game,
Got it.
Kangaroo Island. I'm just saying that makes me more interested in this game. It is a tile placement game. And there's mobs of kangaroo there. That's what it says in the description.
Is that what you call a group of kangaroos? It's called a mob?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But
wait.
Look it up now.
You know an Australian. You happen to be married. Well, a previous Australian.
It's a mob.
It's a mob.
A group of kangaroos is known as a mob.
Oh my gosh.
A troop or a court?
Oh, that's why it's about the Supreme Court. Is that it?
Full circle.
What?
The first Monday, kangaroos? I don't know.
Okay, this is coming.
Thanks, Joey.
This is coming soon from Rio Grande.
Got it.
All right. So there's a new big box coming from Gale Force 9 where they're going to have all the expansions for Star Trek Ascendancy, all 7 expansions.
Oh, my God.
And some new stuff. It says a new requested race. This race is the Gorn. If you don't know who the Gorn is, that picture there is from the original 1967, I think, episode where Kirk fights this guy on a planet. It's actually a very famous episode. No, that's not that. That's a different episode. That's where he fights Spock.
I was
knew
just
that
making
from the song?
Nope, I was just making fun of that one Jim Carrey scene.
Yes, that
Carrey
music is very famous from an episode where Kirk fights Spock.
I've never seen Star Trek.
Anyway, the
they
Gorn
said
show
Star
up in a
Wars.
couple other episodes in Star Trek, but they're showing the original thing. If you look it up if you type in Gorn, that picture shows up online. So there you go.
I love it.
And someone says Mike says the Gorn and Strange New Worlds are great. I haven't caught up in that. So, that would be cool then. And show them.
And it also says Tom looks like a Gorn.
Yeah.
Also green.
Didn't need to read that comment.
Oh.
Moving on.
Also, I'm just kidding. We're good.
Do you like Survive? Or now it's called Survive the Island. It used to be called just Survive.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a new expansion coming called Survive BFF. So if you play Survive, all your figures have little numbers on them. I think they go from 1 to 5.
Yes.
And when you rescue them, the 5 is more valuable than the 1. It's actually the worst part of the game, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped looking at my numbers and just tried to rescue as many of my people. And then see.
And then that's how you play? Like whoever rescued the most people?
No. I'm just
okay.
saying I'm like whatever.
Well, you have to.
That's like
It's a
your
memory
strategy.
game. You can't look again once you place them out. So there's that. You took turns placing them out on the island, and after you place them, you can't look.
Are they like
so I'm like, I
tokens?
think my 5 is that
Like
one.
meatballs with a number on the bottom.
Okay.
Or
So
like
you
pawns
don't
or
know which
whatever.
one's your 5 or your 1. For me, after like 5 minutes, I'm like, I don't know where they are.
Right. So then you rescue them. You're like, yeah, I got a 5. I didn't even know it. Anyway, all they're doing with this expansion is you're replacing 2 of them, and they both have hearts. And then if you rescue them both, you get 12 points. By themselves, they're nothing.
Right.
They should have alternate covers where... Actually, that's a terrible cover if you think about it. Because it says they're BFFs, but he's excited just for getting off the island. She's crying in happiness over a bag of money.
Wait, what?
Or gems.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They don't seem to care if the other one made it at all.
Interesting. I know that you replaced the 1s in this. There's 2 1s in the game. So you can just kind of play with this rule on the 2 1s.
Shh. Buy
I
this
don't know.
expansion money.
To me, that cover just looks like a spin-off of The Bachelorette or something.
That's what it is.
It's like...
I choose you.
Yeah, it's-
They throw the person off the
To
ship.
die.
It's a tough game. All right. Propolis is coming from a game from Flat Out Games. And Propolis is it's a worker placement game, and it has to be about bees because propolis is a resinous mixture that honeybees produce.
We're learning so much today.
By mixing saliva and beeswax with
Like-
exudate gathered from tree buds, sap flowers, or other botanical sources. This is what they use to seal the openings in the hive to keep out rain and cold.
Oh.
And in this game, you need to be the best bee. So, yeah, this is going to be coming from Flat Out. And, of course, that means AEG will distribute it. And they're demoing it at PAX Unplugged.
It's from
in December.
I mean, these guys have a good pedigree, right? These designers,
Yeah.
they've made a lot of really neat games. So
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
All right, Tea Garden is the third game from Tomas Halleck
Ooh.
that came out at Essen this year. You may have heard of his other games, SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and Galileo Galilei. This is his third game from Albi. This is the one I have not played of his 3 yet, although for me he's 2 out of 3, which is pretty impressive. This one has also been picked up by Capstone Games. Capstone Games
nice.
got Galileo Galilei, so they also picked up this one. It does seem that we are in a small arms race between Capstone and 25th Century right now
Oh,
to
interesting.
bring games in from Europe. They definitely are both fighting over that, I think.
Yeah, okay.
And they go for similar games, though Capstone tends to do
They
heavier
skew heavier,
stuff. Yeah.
and 25th skews lighter.
yeah.
Well,
And then they're all fighting over Knizia games.
saying that Lucky Duck does a lot of it too, as well, don't they? Or do they take these
No,
games to theirs? At
They
the
buy the
opposite?
company usually.
Is that okay?
Like they own, or at least are
It's
in
a
charge.
baller move. I don't want your game. I want you. I'm going to buy you out. Gut your company.
Anyway, this is actually very high on my list of games I would like to play.
Okay.
Looks gorgeous.
Floresta. We've mentioned this in a bit. In fact, we've even reviewed it here on the channels. This came out from Meebo at Essen and will be distributed in America by Arcane Wonders because it is a Dice Tower Essential game. Something much of the news does not mention, but it is there in the top left, Dice Tower Essential. And if anyone ever mentions it in the news, I'd be upset if some of you would go in there and be like, don't forget, it's a Dice Tower Essential. Anyhow, this is about forest management in Portugal. and also you're trying to keep lynxes alive.
So we're just talking about this coming out? I definitely thought this had been out for a while. I guess that's my question.
No, it
There's
was released at Essen only by Meebo. It's now coming to America from Arcade Wonders.
I didn't realize it wasn't here yet. Okay.
And don't forget, it's the Dice Tower Essentials.
Oh.
Pat, please.
He wants
on
on the head. Clearly he wants on the head, Tom.
That's clearly
literally leaned in for a
wanted
head
a
tap.
pat on the head.
Can't even get.
It was clearly.
Everyone
Wow, I'm
knew.
so sorry. Don't want a pat on the
knew.
back for you.
I'll be good. Pat,
All right.
please.
No. Rio Grande, who has some competitors and how bad you can make a game look, and one of those
Yeah.
competitors is PD Verlag.
Let's go. I want to see this fight. Look at that.
Wow.
7 empires, I think, is what that says.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow,
what
I
it is.
did
But
not see that. I
Here's
thought
the
it was
thing, though. It
Empire.
is from Matt Gertz. So we have this. I'm interested in playing it. We got it from PD Verlag in Essen.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming in January from Rio Grande. I think this one is somewhat based on Imperial.
Right. I believe that's correct. Yeah. Matt Gertz
Which
does
I
not
hate.
make a lot of games, so that's kind of cool. To see him put out something new is neat. Whether you like his stuff or not, whatever. It's just
I'm going to play this, though, because I wonder, like, I hate Imperial, but also I played Imperial, like, 18 years ago.
yeah.
So maybe my tastes have changed. G.I. Joe, the American Hero, a deck-building game from Renegade, has an expansion coming called The Crimson Veil. Cobra has gone undercover.
Ooh, I love Cobra.
They've infiltrated organizations across the world, so you got to fight against these people.
Wait, is Cobra the good guys or the bad guys?
They've infiltrated.
They're the bad
which
guys,
means it's
but
bad.
the two guys right underneath the name deck building game are my favorite G.I. Joe bad guys, the twins, Tomax and Zamat. Their names
Is it
one
because
spelled
of that
backwards.
strong jawline?
No, it's because if you punch one, the other one feels it. It's such a dumb thing in G.I. Joe. Whenever they're fighting across the world, you don't remember that? Yeah. It was so dumb. Like you,
superpower ever.
it's really, you really were like, huh? That seems like a weakness, but hey.
Yeah, do they just take turns staying home? Like, you stay home, you go to the hospital, I'm going to go fight.
What?
They were almost always simultaneously fighting two different people. I
It's
think.
also not a good idea. Yeah.
I don't know. I love them. Anyway, this is a fun game, although make sure you find a version with the updated rule book because that first rule book was oof. But I think they've fixed it since.
All right.
It's a good solo game, actually.
Okay.
All right, Viking Root. This is coming from Ares Games and Damn Things Game Studio, DAM. The designers of this game, anyway, Martino, I'm not going to pronounce all these names, but they're the same designers as The Faceless.
Okay.
So The Faceless is a weird, funky game that we actually have in a Dice Tower library where kids are getting kidnapped by these weird Faceless, but there's a magnet that you put around the board, and those magnets, your playing pieces in the middle is a compass. Mm-hmm. And so where it points is where you have to move. So you move the magnets around the
which
board
is gonna move the
because
compass.
this Faceless is chasing you, so you need to get away from him. Sometimes, and he has a magnet on
Strange.
him, so you need to make the other magnet stronger so you're not just running right into his arms. Anyway, this is the same.
That is
Weird.
interesting. Yeah, very
You would
unique.
love it, especially because it's creepy looking.
It's super creepy.
Is
and
it?
kids die. You would like it.
To die from
Faceless. It's
kidnapped.
like evil. Ooh.
I'm intrigued.
Yep. This does not look like an Ares game, I will say. The style of artwork really does not look like... I expect blue-orange.
Okay, that's
show me that,
exactly what
I'm
I was
thinking
thinking.
blue-orange.
Yep.
Well, this is also going to be using the compass and magnets in the design.
So weird.
Say it for me then.
What?
Compass. Z says it the same. You guys both say compass. I'd never heard that before. The
It's
two of
probably
you.
because compass is the
I'm-
verb.
I can't. Every time
No,
I
it's
like
the verb, right?
It hangs me up.
We were compassed about by
I don't know what
a
verb
great-
that is.
Yeah, like the great enemy compassed the camp.
Encompass?
Encompass, which is a.
Yes. And you know what?
I say...
Anyway, you say compass as well.
compass.
Yeah, no, I said compass.
You're a
That's all
compass.
I've ever heard.
Compass.
Compass.
And I say compass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so like I said, told to you, I'd never heard it, and it like trips me up every time.
Say
I work
yours
through it.
again.
Compass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have magnets and other things in the design. And there's different quests or a campaign. So I don't know how the campaign...
I like the
Interesting.
magnet thing again. I'm glad they're bringing that around.
Yeah. I want to check out the Faceless.
All right, 4 new wrestlers are coming to All Time Wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Anarchy Man.
But that's only
Nah,
three.
never heard of these.
Mr. Britt.
Mr. Britt.
His name is actually Dynamite Kid.
Let me make
Which
up
one?
some names.
Britain or
The guy wearing the British flag
And
is
then,
Dynamite Kid.
ooh, pretty boy.
There's also Brian Pillman, Flying Brian, and Johnny Alltime, also known as John Morrison.
Okay, they're not as neat as my own made up ones. Ooh, somebody wants you to say crayon compass.
let me try. Hold on. He'd say
Crane.
crane compass. How do you say that? Compass.
Crayon compass.
Crayon compass.
That's a cool name for a wrestler.
That's gonna be
Crayon compass is here. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on to Moogle Bounty Mayhem. Are you a fan of the Moogles from Final Fantasy? Because there have been in like 7 million different iterations.
I have
This
questions.
is the newest one. The Moogles they're like a playable creature in many of the Final Fantasy games.
What do they look like?
They're actually not in that picture at all.
Are they the little
Google up a
squishies
Moogle for
on
me.
the thing?
Google the Moogle.
Okay. Moogle. They look like this.
Oh, yes. The cute little fellas.
Wait, they're the bad guys?
No,
No.
they're fighting monsters in this game.
yelling at me.
Here's the thing about this game.
No.
Well, you said they were Anyway, this is for 2 to 4 players. It's going to be a 15-minute game, but it's designed by Seiji Kanai.
Oh, hello.
Which is- it's-
Love letter,
It's
man.
saving grace because every Final Fantasy game so far up to this point has been either bad
How dare you?
or trash.
Final Fantasy
Oh.
7.
The Final Fantasy
Final
games.
Fantasy 10.
No, not the
Final Fantasy
not
9.
the video games. I'm talking about the board games.
Final Fantasy 3/5 or
Have
something.
you played any of the Final Fantasies?
Yes, how dare you?
Which is your favorite?
Final Fantasy.
Maybe 3 characters. Poser.
Link.
No, which one is your favorite?
I've played a couple. 9, I think, was my... No, which one? 10? Which one was like really adult and the next one was cartoony? Was that 8 to 9?
That was 8 to 9.
Yeah, 9. I like 9.
9 is the one with it's very fantasy-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 7 probably.
Yeah, 7 is everyone's answer. Tom, you're a poser.
Yeah, but I can name all the characters.
remade?
And I can tell you who died.
I know who dies.
All right, anyway, let's move
And
on.
I know that song, too. Sephiroth.
Anyhow, okay, some Cosmos announcements. We have Schattenwald. That's a cooperative game, 15-minute, and kids can play it.
Super cute.
Shake That City. That's the, it's called Shake That City. I'm sorry. Shake That City designers made a game called Color Craze. I need to read the whole thing. Mads Flow. Anyway, it's a match 3 type thing, and you're choosing cards, sending colorful balls on a journey through the playing field.
Like a Candy
Wow,
Crush.
who wrote that flavor text? Come on, dude. I was telling Mike this morning when I looked at these, I feel like as Rio Grande hasn't changed over the years in America, Cosmos hasn't changed over the years in Germany. These look just like the Cosmos games did 20 years ago almost.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. If you saw that Color Craze one at a used game store or whatever, you wouldn't know if it was brand new or from the late 80s.
Okay.
You just can't tell.
Yeah.
And then the bottom one is a Reiner Knizia game, so 10 out of 10 from Mike.
Oh, he snuck it in there.
It's Abgestaubt. It means dusted. You're trying to collect dust fluffs.
What? Why, Knizia?
Well, he's got to make money. He makes monies on these games. Also from them, we have a game called Right on Time. I love the name of this game. This would be Right on Time, as everyone should be. And you have to play a higher card or 2 lower cards at the same time.
I love
It's like an
playing
Uno-esque
cards.
game. Then Get That Cat, a real-time game. You have to react at lightning speed, aim sharply, and don't hit a cactus. Everyone turns over a card at the same time, then tries to throw the correct disc in the box. I'm going to play it.
That definitely sounds most interesting to me of the ones.
Oh,
And then 2 more. Tai Chi Tiger. This is a game in which you are outdoing your opponents with graceful movements and powerful combos. You need to keep the rhythm of the chi, but so you don't lose your tiger. And then also, oh my word.
That's a Knizia.
It is a Knizia, but this is not this one. This, oh my word, the oh my word was the original one was Knizia out of the box publishing game, which is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this is from Andrew and Jack Lawson, who are best known for the Make and Break series of Dexterity games, of which they have sold, and I'm not exaggerating, probably 1 million.
I don't know what that is.
Make and Break? I don't know.
Make and Break is the... I'll show you the cover.
It's the N or the apostrophe break.
Yes, because it's basically, you have to make... It's just a bunch of blocks that you get, and you have to make a certain thing. That's Make and Break Extreme. But you have to... There's a card, and then you just have to build this pile up as quickly as you can without falling over. It's just
a quick dexterity thing, but it sells like gangbusters.
It's very popular overseas. When I was in Korea, it was everywhere. I know it's popular in Australia. So
is it, Joey?
He doesn't know.
Oh, okay, the mob. Got it.
All right.
I'm glad he's here.
Z-Man, not Z-Man, Zev, who now has a new company called Play to Z, is republishing Tales of the Arabian Nights. This is the 40th anniversary edition. They've made some changes in, it says there's new encounters with merchants, dervishes, and others, 200 new paragraphs, and that's not as many as you might think, considering the original game, I believe, has 9,000 paragraphs.
I was going to say, it didn't seem very many.
Okay. And 10 plus solo quests, and there's new stuff. If you never played Tales of the Arabian Nights, it is just a game in which you are presented with options, and you make a random choice, and a random thing happens. You could pick what seems to be the best choice. Don't matter. Like if you meet a beggar, you might give him money, or you can beat him.
And it's 50-50 which one's good,
you don't
which
know
one's
what's
bad.
gonna happen, right?
Yeah, you might beat him, and it's like, oh, it was an evil djinn. Good, you did good.
Yeah.
Or you like beat him, and you beat a beggar, so you're bad, and you're incarcerated.
And you have no idea.
You don't know.
Oh, that's random.
Yes, it is.
But I've always had so much fun with it because the stories are hilarious.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to die in the game. But so many other bad things can happen. You can be thrown in prison. You could be crippled. You could be blind. You can go crazy where someone else picks your option for you, which usually doesn't matter because it's still random.
Seems like it'd be a good marathon game to play.
It would be.
You know, like we're just reading stories and what? 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Yeah.
You know what?
You know, like I could just see because you need that randomness.
This is a good 2 in the morning. We're all loopy anyway.
Yeah,
Throw this at us.
That's what I'm saying. Or at a marathon where, rather than like how we usually end with party games.
Okay.
Sounds like another option to throw into the mix.
We could play the original one because this is going to be crowdfunded next year, which means we won't get it anytime soon, unfortunately.
Let's wait for this one.
Although I believe the Arthurian one is out now.
Let's play that.
Ooh, I do
You love Arthurian crap.
You just
I just
found
found
that out yesterday, and now you're fact dropping. Look at
I
you.
am fact dropping, okay? I remembered something you said.
I know.
Pat, please.
Oh, he got it right.
Yes.
Oh, good job, Tom.
Okay, I am.
I don't like being patted.
Fulfilled.
Or touched. All right. Horrified has a new expansion, Krampus. So there's a...
Wait, hold on. Slow down.
Hold on.
Hold on. Good luck. You're never going to get it.
Hang on.
You're not going to get it.
What?
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
What?
Never going to get it. Super limited.
Ravensburger announced that this is a free expansion if you buy Horrified Greek Monsters or Horrified World of Monsters.
What if you already have them, Tom?
That is a question.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Thousands of people are asking, and Ravensburger's like, we never thought of that.
Are you? They didn't know they'd ever sold it before?
So the tweet here says, thank you for playing and supporting our game and for sharing your feedback. We intended for this to be a fun surprise for Horrified fans like you, and it's clear we missed the mark. Our team is discussing how we could swiftly make Krampus more available for others who've completed their Horrified collections and how we can learn from this next time. Please keep your eyes open for updates the week of November 18th in your DMs. Thank you. Again, your feedback is greatly appreciated. I just was abused by that. They're like, we made this for fans who apparently have never bought our game.
Crazy.
That's so insane.
To be fair,
we're going to learn from
this is the same company who was like, I don't think we'll sell much Lorcana.
Okay, that is, all right, that is fair. They need to rethink their staffing, whoever does that. Those two.
I didn't even know this was a free thing. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, that's cool. It's a little expansion you can buy. I didn't know it was not purchasable.
Also, where would you get it? Like, if I went to Target and got this, where would I get it? It's like one of those mail order things. I have to like submit registration.
Mail order? What are you from?
I don't know.
Is it the 80s?
I don't know. I've never done that.
Order?
Like one of those things, like you get a little coupon in your thing. I always throw it away, But it's
no,
like,
you
hey,
just buy
you have
a new
your little...
one. But I'm guessing from them. Otherwise, Target doesn't have them in the back to give to you.
That's my question. So
I think you get it from Ravensburger.
So it's even more specific than like if you buy this. Oh, I got feelings, Tom.
All right. Well, anyway, that's the news. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vassell.